everyone, and welcome to the Dancing Bear Enlightenment Academy podcast, Holistic Transformation. We have a special guest speaker today, Jill Lublin. She is a 4-time best-selling author, international speaker, and master publicity strategist. Jill Lublin is an international speaker on the topics of radical influence, publicity networking, kindness, and referrals. She is the author of 4 best-selling books, including I can't talk today. Sorry, including Get Noticed, Get Referrals by McGraw-Hill, and co-author of Guerrilla Publicity and Networking Magic. Welcome, Jill.
Thank you so much, Beverly. Great to be here.
Well, we're glad to have you. So that's quite a little resume with all these books and everything. Master publicity strategist. Wow. So tell us about your journey, how you got started, and why is this now your passion?
Well, I think it was always in me. You know, as Lady Gaga says, I think I was born this way. But it wasn't always like this. And I think like many of you, I went on a circuitous journey and couldn't quite find myself and ended up in all the wrong places, hit my face a few times and fell on my feet. But other than that, the good news is that I did end up in the right place. And I particularly started my career in the music business. And with that, found my passion, which is, of course, publicity. And I worked for independent record labels. We didn't have any budgets like the big guys, as I like to call them. We had, no budgets, and we had to figure out creative, wonderful ways to get in front of people. And that led me to guerrilla publicity, really figuring out ways to get in front of people and fill venues and halls and concerts and get people paying attention to our music. So that's really where it started. And that evolved into running a PR agency and then getting tapped on the shoulder to write guerrilla publicity. At that point, I realized my heart really lay with the entrepreneur and small business owner. I work a lot with holistic practitioners because I speak both languages, and ended up running publicity boot camps and get it done kind of classes where I support the small business owner in just a simple, practical way.
What do you think the biggest challenge is for these up and coming solopreneurs? Because they're everywhere now since 2020. What's their biggest challenge, and how can you help them?
How about not doing anything or having people find them, right? I mean, Listen, you can be great at what you do, and I'm sure you are because you're listening to this, right? You want advancement, you want to learn more, you want to grow more. But the truth is, unless you do something to have people find you, then how will they? And publicity is one of those great strategies that does help people find you. It doesn't matter that you're a solopreneur, just starting a business, or wherever you're at. And the point is that publicity magnifies you and enables people to be attracted to you. It's just a much easier strategy.
So how do you do that when you have limited to no budget for publicity?
So I think the biggest thing is come up with a great message, right? Find what's the message that gets you. Well, number one is resonant with you and is the kind of message that will have relevance to what's going on. Like let's say you're a relationship coach or a person who helps those with relationships or perhaps even with conflict. And it could be other sides of a business that you do that helps people calm down or feel less stressed. Well, all of that could be relevant if there's a big celebrity divorce case like Amber Heard and Johnny Depp, right? And all of my relationship coaches and transformational coaches and mindset coaches and conflict people all were weighing in, shall I say, about that. Well, that's how you tie into mainstream news, and then finding your way with what's the message that people can hear, want to hear, and would be interesting. That always is something that everybody needs to hear.
That's the challenge, is finding what people want to hear.
I don't. So wait, I just want to address that because, here's what's true. What's true is people want to hear what can tie into news, what's important, what's relevant. But then the question becomes, how does what you offer tie into what's going on in the news? That's a better way to think about it, and a
Oh,
good way to think about that question.
yeah, that is a totally different perspective. Obviously, marketing and sales is not my forte.
Well, and I think the piece is to tie your message into, kind of like hook your star up, hook your star up to what's already flying out there, right? And it's
Ah,
just so much easier because then you get propelled and you get drawn up into it and you don't have to think about it.
nice. That's good advice. Thank you. So, I know you feel strongly about the message. What is it and how do you create it?
So that's more what we were just talking about. And the biggest thing is your expertise. Define the problem today with regard to what are you solving in the marketplace. That'll make a big difference, and it'll help you find that first part of the message that allows you to elevate your status and be seen and heard much quicker.
Okay. So what exactly is an expert?
Well, I'd say anybody listening, and you are an expert. The question is in what? I mean, sometimes we take your personal story
Uh-huh.
and elevate that. And like, for example, I had a person who's a spiritual healer, but we actually got her in the news for having a 4-year-old who liked hot dogs because it's National Hot Dog Day, right?
Oh, wow.
Sometimes you got to go in the news whatever way you can. And that
Oh,
way you're seen and heard quicker.
wow. How interesting. Yeah. So you must have a secret sauce formula for creating a media script. What is that?
I do, but if I told you, I'd have to kill you. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, oh,
I'm teasing. So here's the secret sauce. We lock it up in the vault, and occasionally I take it out, and here it is. And that is, define this. What's the problem today? And that's where you step back. You go, okay, it's anxiety. I mean, we're having a lot of that in
yeah.
this world, right? Or depression or whatever, fill in the blank. Because guess what? If you specialize in it, there's probably a problem. I mean, for those of you listening, right? And
Mhm.
so that's the first part of the formula. And the second part is give people real solutions, define them, spell it out, and don't say work with me. You say here's something you can do, and tell people I like 3 real things that they can do. Why 3? Because people can remember in 3s.
Yeah, that's interesting. Huh. I just put something together with 4 options. So I have to rethink.
Yeah, it might be too much, honestly. Or people trust, oh, in my 7-step formula, it's great that you have 7 steps. Don't tell everybody all 7. 3's enough.
3's enough. Huh. I'll remember that. Thank you. So what is the ooh ah factor?
Oh, I love the ooh ah factor. It's using what I like to call everything you've got. And
Uh-huh.
so that could be, being a woman, Beverly, you can get in for International Women's Day, or being a certain ethnicity or religion. There's all kinds of publications that orient toward whatever you are. There was somebody recently in my publicity breakthrough boot camp, and he's Pakistani. I said, do me a favor, just Google right where you are right now, how many Pakistani newsletters are there? He found 5. He got in 3 of them using this system, this strategy. And guess what? Increased his email list by 20,000 people. That's
Wow.
amazing.
Yeah.
Now,
Wow.
now then you can, market to them. You can help them understand what you do and think about the numbers on that, right? And this is what I love about the power of publicity, to get you more leads, more referrals, third-party authority, trust, credibility, all of which is very important to grow your practice.
Yeah. Well, not only your practice, but your attendance in your classes, your events, everything, and buying your book or books. Wow. So what does ROI on publicity mean? How do you figure that out?
So return on investment, for those of you who
Mhm.
don't know, is ROI. And typically in the world of publicity, we measure it by You know, if you even got 2 lines in your local newspaper, how much would that cost you in advertising? Listen, I have a woman who's a transformational coach in Milwaukee excuse me, not even Milwaukee, a small town in Wisconsin. And following my system and blueprint, she got in her very small town Wisconsin newspaper with a 250 word article. Do you know she got a $5,000 client because of that?
Wow.
150 word article, $5,000 client. I'd say that's a good ROI, wouldn't you?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I was in a newspaper once and people were calling me because they wanted to talk to someone that had been in the newspaper. It was a trade magazine when I was in the computer industry.
Yeah, it all counts and it all matters.
Oh, okay. Well, I have to find a magazine that specializes in shamanic practices and energy healing. So how can people learn more about what you do?
Oh, thank you. Well, one thing I've created is a free gift for all of you. May I give that now?
Absolutely, yeah.
Wonderful. So if you like this, I got more, and that is, I put it all into an action guide, and it's very easy to follow and gives you great tips for publicity. And then wait for the second part of it, because I invite you to a free publicity interactive live with me. I swear it's live with me publicity class. So for that, you go to publicitycrashcourse.com, right? /free gift, publicitycrashcourse.com/free gift.
And the free gift is all lowercase. So for those of you on YouTube, the links will be down below. And for those of you that are audio only, it's publicitycrashcourse.com/free gift. Wow, that sounds like a great gift. I'm gonna have to check it out.
Thank you.
So do you have any closing words?
Oh, closing words. Oh my gosh. First of all, please just take a first step. Baby steps. Baby steps are beautiful. And take this lovely journey into publicity. Think of it like visibility building, and that people need to know who you are, because, my friends, my final words to you is that your message matters.
Very nice. Wow, we've really enjoyed talking to you, and I will definitely check out your free gift. It sounds great. And you also have a podcast.
Yes, thank you, Beverly. I appreciate it. Nice to be here with you.
Okay, well, remember everyone to be the light you want to see in the world.